Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Wednesday. We have 13 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on MLB player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with Parlay Play. Get free entries just for signing up. Let's go ahead and hop in there, get some good wins. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty busy slate today. 13 matchups, starting with the Washington Nationals versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Washington plus 180 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Nationals is Josiah Gray. His last match, he lost that matchup, pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs and had 5 strikeouts. Max Fried lost his last matchup, pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Braves coming off a 16-4 win over Washington. They just absolutely destroyed them. And both pitchers, they've had a rough go to start the season. I guess in their first start. Going to be really hard to trust the Nationals after what happened yesterday. I'm going to take the Braves again at home. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 130. The Pirates plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Cubs is Kyle Hendricks. He has an ERA of 1.69. He pitched last series, won that matchup against the Brewers, pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Zach Thompson. Last season, had an ERA of 3.24 with 66 strikeouts. The Cubs coming off a 2-1 win over the Pirates. Pretty close game, a very low-scoring game there. Cubs are 10-1 against Pittsburgh, 6-1 on the road against Pitt. Yeah, Cubs, they've been pretty dominant against Pittsburgh here. I like Kyle Hendricks on the mound. He had a good first start. I'm rolling with the Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Cleveland plus 110 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Guardians is Tristan McKenzie. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 6. That was from last season. I don't know who's pitching for the Reds. I can't find that information. I guess it's not released right now. I do see it could possibly be Nick Lodolo. I'm seeing that name floated around. So be sure to check his status if he does end up pitching. Cleveland coming off a monster game, 10-5. 3 games in a row with 10 plus runs. They are on a huge stretch right now. Playing pretty good. Cincinnati 1-3 in their last 4. Cleveland 4-1 against Cincinnati. I faded them yesterday. I shouldn't have. Rolling with Cleveland again here. Plus 1.5 on the road. On a 3-game winning streak. A 3-game hitting over 10 run streak. I definitely want to ride that. Give me Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 115. The Mets minus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Mets is Max Scherzer. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 4.50. In his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 6.0. He won his last matchup, pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Mets winning yesterday's matchup 2-0. Looked pretty good. Both teams have split a win in this series here. Yeah, I like the Mets plus 1.5 on the road. Love Scherzer on the mound. Had a rough first start, but nonetheless, I think Scherzer is going to end up having a great year. He's pretty dominant on the mound. I'm going to take the Mets plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Detroit Tigers. Boston opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Detroit plus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nathan Eovaldi. He's got an ERA of 5.40. He is 0-1, pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Tigers is Eduardo Rodriguez. He has an ERA of 6.75. He won his last matchup against the White Sox, pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Boston winning yesterday 5-3 after losing that first game 1-3. Boston 9-4 against Detroit. The unders hit in 5 out of their last 6 games for the Red Sox. Yeah, they haven't scored more than 5 runs so far this season, so it's been a low-scoring season so far for the Red Sox. I'm going to lean with the Red Sox on the road. I just don't know how much I feel taking Detroit. And I like Boston coming off a little bit of momentum off of yesterday's win. Rolling with the Red Sox on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Minnesota Twins. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 175. The Twins plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Clayton Kershaw. Last season, he was 10-8 with an ERA of 3.55. He had 144 strikeouts. Pitching for the Twins is Chris Paddock. He was 7-7 last season with an ERA of 5.07. He had 99 strikeouts. Dodgers coming off a 7-2 win against Minnesota yesterday. They're 7-0 against Minnesota right now. 4-1 on the road against Minnesota. Yeah, I love Clayton Kershaw on the mound. Dodgers looked really good yesterday against the Twins here. I'm taking the Dodgers on the road with Kershaw on the mound. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 150. Kansas City plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke. He has an ERA of 1.59. Won his first matchup 3-1. Pitched 5 innings. Gave up 1 run. Had 1 strikeout. Wainwright. He's 1-0. Pitched 6 innings. Gave up 0 runs. Had 6 strikeouts. He had a really good first start. Kansas City on a 3-game losing streak, losing to St. Louis 6-5 in that last matchup. Kansas City 1-4 on the road against St. Louis. St. Louis 11-4 at home, where they've been really good. I like Wainwright on the mound. Both pitchers, had good first starts, but Wainwright didn't give up a run in his first start. Looked really good here. Royals, they've been struggling here. I'm going to take the Cardinals at home. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Houston opening up as road favorites at minus 160. Arizona plus 135 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez. He's 1-0, has 6 strikeouts right now with an ERA of 0.00. Won his last matchup 3-1, pitched 6 innings, gave up no runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Diamondbacks is Merrill Kelly. With an ERA of 0.00, he lost that last matchup, but he did pitch 4 innings, gave up no runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Astros on a 2-game winning streak, beating Arizona 2-1 yesterday. Arizona on a 4-game losing streak. Houston 5-1 on the road right now. I like Houston here. I like Valdez on the mound. Arizona's been struggling here. I'm taking Houston on the road. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -135. San Diego +115 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Padres is Sean Manaea. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 0.0. He did win his last matchup 3-0. Pitched 7 innings, gave up no runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 1.50. He did win his last matchup, pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 3 strikeouts. Giants coming off a 13-2 win against the Padres. I mean, what a performance they had. Padres 4-1 on the road. Yeah, they had a rough game yesterday. These games are tough to bet on when a team just, puts up 13 runs in the second game. Really hard to see kind of what they do in that third matchup. After San Diego did win that first one here, I'm going to take Padres +1.5 on the road. I don't think Giants are going to do what they did yesterday. That was just a good game. Had a great game hitting. Sean Manaea was really good in his first matchup here. I'm going to take the Padres +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at -180. Oakland +165 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Oakland is Frankie Montas. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 9.0. He lost his last matchup, pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan. Has an ERA of 0.00. He did win his last matchup, pitched 4 innings, gave up no runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Yeah, Tampa winning the last matchup in overtime 9-8. Yeah, a thriller for Tampa. Oakland, they've looked pretty good in this series. They've been able to hit all over Tampa. Tampa 9-2 at home. That's where they play very well. I gotta roll with Tampa here. I do like McClanahan on the mound. He looked good in his first start. And then Frankie Montas, he just didn't look good in his first start. Gave up 5 runs. Going to be tough against the Rays. I'm rolling with Tampa Bay at home. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Baltimore Orioles. Brewers opening up as road favorites at -185. Baltimore +155 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Brewers is Corbin Burns. With an ERA of 5.40, he lost his last matchup, pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is John Means with an ERA of 2.25. He lost his last matchup, pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, Brewers finally winning yesterday. Got that 5-4 win over Baltimore. They're 6-1 against Baltimore. And, coming off that win, I think hopefully they can get on track here And hopefully Corbin Burns didn't look that amazing in his first start, but the Brewers haven't looked amazing so far. I like the Brewers on the road. A little bit of momentum after winning yesterday. I like them to build that momentum carrying into this matchup. I'm going to take the Brewers on the road. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 150. Toronto plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Barrios. Let's see. Barrios did pitch against Texas, won that matchup 10-8. Barely pitched half an inning, gave up 4 runs and no strikeouts. Very rough game for Barrios. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 6.75. Garrett Cole's first matchup, they did win. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs and had 3 strikeouts. Toronto coming off a 4-0 loss against the Yankees. Yankees looked good yesterday. I mean, the first game, Toronto won 3-0, then the Yankees won 4-0. So, very lopsided game so far. Toronto is 6-3 against the Yankees. Yeah, I mean, I like Blue Jays plus 1.5 here. Both teams, coming off a game, or essentially coming off a game where they both didn't score in their first 2 games here. We'll see what happens in this third game. I'm going to take Blue Jays plus 1.5 on the road. And then the last matchup, we have the Seattle Mariners versus the Chicago White Sox. Seattle opening up as road favorites at minus 115. The White Sox minus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Mariners is Robbie Ray. With an ERA of 1.29, he's 1-0. He won his last matchup, pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the White Sox is Dallas Keuchel. Last season he was 9-9 with an ERA of 5.28 with 95 strikeouts. White Sox winning yesterday's matchup 3-2. They're on a 3-game winning streak. Seattle on a 3-game losing streak. White Sox 6-2 at home. Yeah, I like the fact you can get the White Sox as underdogs here at home. Yeah, I'm going to take that every day. They won yesterday's matchup on a 3-game winning streak. I'm taking the White Sox plus 1.5 at home. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.